My first name is spelled Jaime, not like any other Jamies, and Mapou, Mapou.
All right, well, it sounds like a star name to me, so thanks so much, Jamie.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, and we'll be right back with another new feature here on Real Time. We're really moving along with spotlighting another one of Ryder's most fascinating people. See you then. It takes a lot to be considered one of, if not the most fascinating student at Rider. Today, you are about to meet someone who is. If 2010 is the year of anybody, it's Jonathan Strauss. The 21-year-old Student Entertainment Council president who has managed to turn every event he touched into gold graduates in May, leaving behind an unmatched legacy of programming excellence. So, John, I want to begin by asking, what would a freshman John Strauss have said awaited him at Rider?
Well, first I got to say, congrats, and it's an honor to be on a Telly Award-winning show.
Well, thank you.
Awesome.
I appreciate that.
What would I have said as a freshman? I don't know. You know, I just came in as a freshman, just trying to get my feet wet. Just went to little club meetings and stuff like that. And it kind of snowballed from there. I don't know. A lot of it I have to give to SEC. Like, because of that, it's been a lot of firsts. Like, I took my first plane ride because of a trip we did in SEC. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You know, I don't know. I wouldn't have thought I'd be where I am right now. You remember when we first met and you were like, oh, this kid needs to eat a cheeseburger or something like that?
John, I remember exactly where I was when I met you. I was standing outside the Bart Ludicky Center waiting to go to my first SEC meeting. I think for me as well as the advisor. I was never in it as a student. And you walked through. I was like, who is that string bean looking kid? And you've grown up a lot.
I don't think it's changed. No, it's pretty much the same. I'm still on the string bean.
You have more hair. I think that's the difference. But so you're a man with many hats. Where do you get the motivation to do everything that you do?
Good question. I don't know. It started out kind of me just trying to build my resume, and then once I started doing some activities and actually getting involved, it kind of just went from there. I don't know. I like knowing where things come from, being in charge of like what's going on behind the scenes. So like once you get a taste of that, it's kind of like, oh, I kind of want to know more. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so you've been involved in a lot of events. What would you have to say throughout the past 3 or 4 years has been your favorite event that you've been a part of?
Favorite? I don't know.
Yeah.
Least favorite?
Okay, that was my next question. You beat me to it.
I mean, you tell me.
I think I know what it is.
I think we all know.
Yeah. John?
The band whose name we shall not speak.
Well, we're going to have to speak it because we go right for it on this show.
Yeah.
John, you were one of the people who organized the Plain White Tees concert, which was to take place last April in 2009.
Yep.
What do you remember from that day, and how did that change you as a person?
I mean,
because all kidding aside, it was an impactful day for all of us, I think.
I mean, it was ridiculous. We went into it like everything was going so smoothly that it's one of those things where it's going so well, it's kind of eerie. You're like expecting something to go wrong.
That's true.
But something as in like, oh, we forgot the cold cuts for the green room or something, not like, oh, they're not going on.
Yeah.
But what I remember most is back then it was like a predominantly female organization.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like the one male special events chair.
You were the dude of the group,
I was
that's
the dude.
for sure.
And, man, once we found out the news, everybody started bawling, and it was
That's
like,
true.
you know, it was waterworks up there. So
yeah, I remember you were the sole student that managed to hold it together. Yeah, but you had things awaiting you. You were the already elected SEC president for this year, which I guess brings me to my next question. You look back to this past year, and you've had a lot of successes. Was it everything that you expected it to be? And if what would you have changed about it?
it was nothing that I expected it to be, actually.
Yeah.
You know, I went in hoping that things would go well, and I kind of made a game day decision at the end to even run for president. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just everything's turned out to be so much more than I thought that it ever would be, and I don't know.
You know, I remember one thing you said to me. We haven't talked about it since you said it, but I remember everyone was kind of in your ear to run for president. And I remember you came in my office, and you'd been tossing it back and forth. You know, kind of you wanted to do it for you, not for everybody else. I remember that was it. And I said, all right. And you said, I made a decision. And I said, oh yeah, what was that? And you said, I'm in it to win it. And you won it.
Did I say
so
that?
you did it. You said that. So I think it's fair to say you've had a fascinating year. Would you concur?
I mean, you know, if you know, you run in the SEC circles pretty much, but
or the Rider
just a regular
circles,
guy,
you know? Yeah, he's just a regular guy. But my next question is, then who fascinates you?
At Rider?
Well, and then in general.
These are deep questions for real
Yeah.
time. Who fascinates me? I mean, at Rider, I'd have to, not to suck up, but like
Yeah.
you've been one of the biggest influences here for me. You know, I've never dealt with anybody here who's, you know, put so much into like students and like,
I appreciate that.
you know, actually takes the time to talk. And I don't know, that's a tough question, but
Well,
you've been very influential on me
Yeah.
these past 4 years.
I really do appreciate that. You know, I get so proud of all you guys, John. But I say this, and I want everyone to know it. Quite honestly, is there is nobody that I've seen come as far as you've come in such a short amount of time. And I don't mean like that you weren't anything your freshman year, but you have matured and done a lot of great things. So I'm really happy for you. But where does you'll fast forward 5 to 10 years, okay?
Okay.
What does John Strauss look like? The life of John Strauss look like? I think he'll still be tall.
Yeah,
and
I'll still
skinny.
be about 6'3", you know, string bean, but
Yeah.
I don't know. 10 years from now,
Yeah.
my mic's falling. That's
Yeah.
probably step one.
So you won't be on TV?
No, I will not be on TV. I don't know. My band's probably going to come back from their European tour.
Yeah. Okay.
Like no.
So when that pipe dream falls
Ideally,
apart,
right. No, I don't know. You know, pretty standard.
Uh-huh.
PR, advertising, major, minor. So, you know, ideally, I'd love to work for Google. That's like my dream job.
Really?
Being like a copywriter or, you know, creative director or something. But I don't know.
Well, it's going to be worth waiting for. I'm very excited for you. Thank you, and congratulations on being one of the most fascinating people at Rider.
Thank
There's no
you.
question about this choice. All right.
We only got 4 minutes. Keep it, keep it, keep it.